Hello everyone, my name is Mike
My name is Johan.
and we're in the Serengeti. We spent the first 5 nights in Naisikia camp in Ndutu and we are now currently in the southeastern Serengeti at Ulmara. It's been a pretty lekker trip so far.
It's been amazing. It always delivers. Great cat viewing, amazing cheetahs, everything we hope for. Lions in trees, lions on rocks, and especially big males on the rocks, which was pretty cool this time around.
And the great thing about it is we've had this particular set of corpies, research corpies. It's like a 40-minute drive from camp, so that's been our start of every day and our end of every day. And they've got new little baby lion cubs. There's a lioness with tiny cubs, and these 4 males that are protecting them. So they're on these rocks all the time, which has been really spectacular. And let's not forget about that really cool moment we had with the 2 tiny cheetah cubs out in the plains.
Yeah.
So like Johan said, there's been a lot of really good highlight moments, and instead of us talking to you about it,
Yeah, let's show you some videos.
there we go. Cool.
Cheers.
Bye.
Now there are 4 main things that we try and focus on during this particular tour. One being big cats in trees, big cats on rocks, cheetah hunting, and the Great Migration. Now, this is pretty much where the Great Migration starts. The herds flood the open plains, constantly moving, constantly following rain, constantly following good food. So we were hitting the nail on the head in terms of migratory herds and their numbers, but we were really hoping for some calvings, because this is a place you'll find this. And sadly, we weren't lucky in terms of seeing a birth, but we did see very young wildebeest, lots, hundreds of thousands of them. And we also were very lucky enough to see a zebra that was literally 2-3 minutes old, interacting with mom and taking its first steps, which was very, very special. And then on the cheetah front, if I recall, I think we saw 25 individuals in the 10 nights, spread between our time in Ndutu and in the Serengeti. Sadly, we didn't see any hunting action. Well, we did from afar, to be honest. We actually saw 3 cheetah hunting a zebra, which was pretty unique and a very fascinating sighting. Something that I've never heard of and or seen before. But other than that, we had really good interactions with mom and cubs. We had cubs of various ages, super playful. And I think the highlight moment of the cub scenes must have been, and don't get me wrong, we had incredible cub sightings in Ndutu with them jumping in trees and playing around with mom, but we had 2 tiny little honey badger looking, and what I say and mean by honey badger looking, this is a defense mechanism for these little cats in which they try and, or they, in the hopes when other predators find them, resemble a honey badger, which is quite an aggressive, grumpy little thing. And cheetah are usually like this when they are still very, very small. So we were very lucky to be the only 2 vehicles in a sighting where a mom was walking over the plains in the southern Serengeti with 2 tiny little cubs who were super playful, and we absolutely loved our time with them out in the Serengeti. And the Serengeti is also not known for the other big spotted cat, but we were super lucky to enjoy some time with this particular leopard in a beautiful fever tree in the southeastern Serengeti, which was a big highlight for us all as well. Lions are obviously a massive draw card, and we spent some good time with lions in Ndutu, particularly 2 males who had a zebra carcass. On the one morning, we'd looked for them for days and finally found them, and enjoyed a sighting of the 2 of them finishing off this meal before they moved off to shade. But just before they went to lay up in the shade, we followed them to this water body, positioned ourselves strategically for beautiful reflections as they came walking in, and then while they were drinking as well. A really, really beautiful moment as the sun was rising on that morning. And still on the topic of Ndutu, obviously this is the area where we try and focus on tree climbing lions. It's one of the few places in which lions do this. And we were very fortunate to enjoy various different moments of lions in trees throughout our 5 nights in Ndutu. Always very special and an enjoyable moment. So yeah, I've mentioned 3 out of the 4 big topics that we try to achieve, and the 4th being lions on rocks. And we definitely hit the nail on the head with this one. We were super lucky. This particular set of rocks is referred to as research koppies. I've never seen so many male lions on rocks in the Serengeti ever. It was a record for me. We had at least 1 male lion, sometimes 2, and sometimes all 3 of them on these sets of rocks every single day. This was pretty much the start of our day at sunrise as they're getting up onto the rocks. Went out to explore gall koppies, and then this was also our end in the evenings on our way back to camp. Super special and an incredible time. But with our time out there, we actually came to learn that the reason why these animals were out there so frequently and guarding this place like never before is because there was a lioness who had given birth to 3 very tiny little cubs. And in this video, in the kind of bottom left or bottom center, you'll see a movement of this tiny little cub. And this was a very special moment to be able to just lay eyes on lion cubs, which were about a day or 2 old. So all round, an incredible safari experience, great memories created, many good laughs, tons of incredible photograph. And yeah, as I'd mentioned, our 4 topics of or target moments being cheetahs hunting, lions in trees, lions on rocks, and great migration, we absolutely crushed. So it was a really successful trip, enjoyable trip, and I'm very excited to get back out there next year.
Okay, so as you can see, incredible trip, amazing predator viewing, so many cats. I think we were well over 100 lions, over 20 cheetahs. So if you're someone that loves predators, I can't think of a better place to come than this.
Definitely. It's diversity in all aspects, on the wildlife front, big cat front, landscape front. It really is a spectacular trip, a great destination, and yeah, if you're keen to join us in the future, get in touch with us, and we look forward to welcoming you back into the Serengeti.
Yep, come and join us. Only 1 spot left for next year, so get in touch and let's make it happen.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.